I want to shoot this city scene down here, and I'm going to shoot a pano. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. If you're new to this channel and you enjoy this video, please consider hitting subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much and welcome back. Today, once again, I find myself out and about at kind of the wrong time of day. It's mid-afternoon, so the sun's high. We have got quite a lot of cloud around, particularly over that way. Not so much that way, but it's the only opportunity I've got to get out today, and once again I can't stay out late. It's getting more and more difficult at the minute. Sunset at the minute, it's gone 8:30 in the evening, and I'll soon be switching over to shooting more early morning shoots. But today I just wanted to get out, I wanted to go for a walk, and I thought, well, why not? There are some scenes that work well even, you know, if you're shooting mid-afternoon, and I might find one. And if I'm honest, I have got an idea for an image. It's not really landscape, it's more cityscape or city skyline, and I kind of think it might work if I can get the composition right, even in these kind of conditions. But it's right at the other end of the hike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the walk, see if that shot works. Now if it doesn't work, it's not a waste of time because I'll have enjoyed the hike, but also it means that I've kind of scouted out and thought about the composition, so if I want to come back in different conditions I can do that. And then on the way back, what I'm going to do is look out and see if there's any other shots that grab me, providing I've got time after I finish doing the other one and doing the hike. So let's go along and have a look at some scenery. Okay, so I've been walking for half an hour or maybe 40 minutes, and I've actually just passed a point where if I wanted to I could actually park the car. I knew it was there, and if I was coming up here say early morning or doing a sunset shoot here, then I would probably park in that spot, because where I'm going is just up there on the top of that hill where there is one of the 16th century watchtowers. It's a restored 16th century watchtower, and I have photographed that before, but that's not what I'm going there for. I just want to get the vantage point from there. Better keep trudging on. Okay, so I've made it up to the tower, refurbished, restored 16th century watchtower. I've actually done photographs of this before, and I'm not planning on shooting that today. What I've actually come to shoot today is something a bit different for me. I want to shoot this city scene down here. This is Benidorm. Now Benidorm is not a place that I particularly like to visit. It's too busy, it's too touristy. It just doesn't appeal to me as a place to go and visit. But actually, from a vantage point like this, it's quite an interesting scene. There's some interesting buildings. In particular, there's one which I'm going to try to point out now. It's there, I think, which is a very interesting shaped building. It's also got an interesting story behind it, because when it was built, it was going to be the tallest purely residential building. So in other words, no businesses, not a hotel. The tallest residential building in Spain. But I don't think it's ever actually been completely finished. Certainly I don't think anybody's ever taken up occupancy in it. I think all the outside is finished, but I'm not sure that the inside is complete. So there's this huge, very interesting looking building, but nobody lives in it, which is a real shame. Keep hearing stories in the news that somebody's going to finish it and it's going to be, you know, they're going to start selling apartments in it and what have you, but who knows what's going to happen. It's Spain. These things sometimes take a long time, and sometimes they never happen. Okay, so here's my idea. I've put on the 70-200 lens out at probably about 180mm, portrait orientation, and I'm going to shoot a pano. So I think while I'm here, I'm going to do one final shot, a bit simpler this time. That building that I mentioned earlier, the tall, unfinished residential building, I can get quite a nice frame. It's kind of framed around in the foreground by smaller buildings, and then that building kind of in the midground, pretty much smack in the middle of the scene, and then the mountains beyond and the clouds above that. Vertical orientation, portrait orientation, f11 1/60th of a second. Really, really simple, but it actually might look quite good. I think I'm also going to do a landscape format, a horizontal format of that particular shot that I did the vertical one on. Okay, hadn't realised what the time was. It's a bit later than I thought, so I need to be starting to head back fairly quickly. I think actually deciding on the compositions I was going to shoot, and then that big panorama that I attempted, which may or may not work, took a lot longer than I thought, and I've got probably a good 45 minutes to an hour walk back to the car before I can drive home. So I need to start heading back. I'm not sure I'm going to get time to do anything else today. We'll see what happens on the way back. Okay, yeah, I am definitely out of time. As things stand, I'm going to be late. I hate being late actually, but I might be a few minutes late. So I don't think I'm going to be able to stop and do another shot. But that's okay. Hopefully the shots that I did of the skyline, the city. Might work, at least one of them might anyway. So I'm going to wrap this video up now. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then maybe give it a like or a share. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, well, you can fix that now if you want. I'd love to hear from you, so comments down below. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. So until the next one, thank you very much and bye.